Now I'm looking at data DTE that says we've almost brought it to a halt. And so I'm spending a huge amount of my time in the neighborhoods with the longtime residents of the city, making them feel good about their neighbors and their future. But I'm also very supportive of the Bengali population that is growing in the areas around Hamtramck. And I'm supportive of really every group coming to the city. I think we're open, I think we're welcome to everybody. But my primary job is get the residents who have been here, make them feel safe in their neighborhoods and keep them here. And I think most people in the neighborhoods feel like we're making progress on that.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. My name is Marquise Herring. I work part-time for the Free Press. I also work in Detroit school, EAA school. I'm also a basketball coach, and I have a male mentoring program here in the city.
He's busy, right?
I stay busy.
What school are you working at?
I'm over at Henry Ford High School. I'm doing climate and culture, 8 Mile and Evergreen location. My question for you is, I've been working for charter schools, public schools, EAA, now at the EAA school. It was the governor at the Mackinac conference just talked about how he's trying to have a meeting to get more congressmen on board to help bail out the Detroit Public Schools, which is over $500 or so million in debt. There's also a lot going on inside of these charter schools. Just reported yesterday that 8 members of a band crew, the 22 band crew, who were students at Henry Ford High School years ago, are now being indicted on charges. My question to you is, of course we know that there's a school to prison pipeline, and that if we don't do something as a city in the education realm, most of our kids are left to have to go to the streets, which drives up the crime rate in the city. What are your thoughts on taking over the school system and appointing a chief under you, like some public cities do?
Yeah, so I have a really clear position on education. In fact, if you turn on the channel 10 tonight, I'm sure it's being shown as we cycle it continually. I did a community forum 2 weeks ago and took all the questions and laid out the plan. Let me start with your first assumption, though, that somehow the state legislators are being asked to bail out the Detroit Public Schools. That is factually not true. Jennifer Granholm put an emergency manager in charge of the Detroit Public Schools in 2009. That $500 million deficit has been run up by the state of Michigan under state-appointed emergency managers. This is not something where anybody's talking about